Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another mildly interesting episode of Chick Flick Shuffle.
Surgery.
Surgery. Naughty.
Okay, Fred, you and your naughty podcast voice might have to go somewhere.
My naughty podcast voice brings in the women's, okay?
Does it? Does it really?
Yeah,
You sure?
it does.
Looks like there's a bunch of dudes on this Skype fest.
They're coming for two reasons. Alright, because we talk about chick flick, and then the naughty voice.
Oh.
Do you feel humid?
I
don't We're just going to segue.
We haven't even got the introductions
Right there.
yet. Not even any introduction.
Today we have with us Nokami,
Hello.
Stray,
Hi guys.
and Geo.
Oh my. I played this movie for this.
Oh my.
Oh my.
And
When did George Takei get in here? Sorry.
Not through the back window.
Oh, hello.
Just running around throwing condoms at people. Today, we're going to talk about a Cinderella story. It is a romantic comedy that stars Hilary Duff, and it hurts my soul.
hey, at least you didn't do what you said you were going to do
Magical
on Facebook.
Negroes.
Oh yes, we have plenty of magical Negroes here. By that I mean one.
Huh.
Who's also pretty awesome.
There's just one black person here in this entire movie.
Yeah.
No. There were two.
In the
No,
movie.
there were three black people in the whole movie.
Oh, get out of town.
Where were the other two?
That
Oh
one
no,
chick
they
friend.
didn't have names.
That one chick's
Yeah.
friend.
Oh, right. Background Negroes.
It's
The
not an
backup
official
Negroes.
movie until you've got at least two background Negroes.
Best part is, the main Negro was Regina King.
She really was.
Yep.
Riley and Huey Freeman in the house.
Now, Stray said something about this earlier that I do kind of have to agree with before we go into anything. This movie is so 2004 where it was made. It's like, I don't hate this movie because this is what was in at the time. I'm like, yeah, this was what was in at the time, wasn't it?
It really was, though.
Like,
All
for the
over the
teenagers.
place.
Like, right down to that whole Snoop Dizzle thing.
Yep.
I
Oh,
did like Best
Xander.
Friend, I gotta admit.
But Harold and Kumar came out at that time, and it was so good.
I wasn't old enough to know about Harold and Kumar.
I was. I didn't know what White Castle was.
Wait. What?
We don't even get White Castle.
But let's
Too late to put holes in it.
talk about better movies.
Introduce the film first.
Instead of talking about better movies, let's focus on a Cinderella story.
A Cinderella story. It is a modern retelling of Cinderella. Except it's kind of not. But it kind of is.
But with a modern story, child services. Child services. It's not that hard. Child services.
Yeah,
She got into Princeton. Child services. Come on.
Yeah,
really all it took.
the wicked stepmom here is,
It's Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah.
and why? Why would you ever go out with that?
That
What?
woman.
Well,
Why would you tap that?
when they showed her dad,
Understand.
when they showed her dad, like marrying her, I was like, she looks. No.
She looks no.
No.
That's all there is to say about that.
No.
Just she makes me cringe a little bit every time she pops on the screen.
Her dad, they show the dad. The dad seems like a good, smart, intelligent person. Got some good head on his shoulders.
What
And
did
then-
she do to get him?
Exactly. All
She-
believability for the rest of the movie went out the window the minute they got married. So,
Sure,
He
that's
does.
not vodka.
and for some reason, she's the evil stepmother, Jennifer Coolidge, is rich now. How does that work? He owned a single restaurant. Okay, I watch Food Network all the time. They don't rich. They don't have any money. They sit there 48 hours a day struggling. And
Yeah, they do. But see, here's the thing. She's in California.
That explains everything.
And it's a
Oh.
popular diner.
How many people you ever see in that diner at one time?
We barely see the diner.
Table
No.
for people, technically.
Let's see, what, 8, 9 people?
Every single day.
The same
All day.
people?
They don't know how to cook in California. I mean, they just go to the diner all day in the middle of a drought.
Yeah.
So
A magic drought. I was part of Cinderella.
it really was.
Yeah.
So yeah, somehow he makes $1 bazillion owning this restaurant, and it goes to the stepmother and her 2 sad stepkids.
Those children.
You know,
step short and
They want you to feel bad for Hilary Duff's character, and they want you to feel bad for the Prince Charming character. I don't feel bad for either of them. I feel bad for these 2 stepkids simply for being who they are.
Such horrible characters.
They went to a Halloween party as Siamese twin cats.
They
Where
really
do you
did.
even find a costume like that?
I've seen worse costumes.
I have not.
Isn't it amazing how... What's his name? The guy... hold on. Let me check IMDb.
You talking about the friend?
Ames.
Oh,
Austin
okay.
Ames. He just so happened to be dressed as Prince Charming.
That's because he was Chad Michael Murray. Of course he was dressed as Prince Charming. There was no way around that.
The 2 Musketeers. Not the 3, the 2 Musketeers.
2 Musketeers.
And Zorro. From nowhere.
Zorro. I just love the best friend.
The best
His
friend is
best friend
adorable.
is-
So
He's
like,
okay to me.
I like the best friend, but that's
Right.
just because I was staring at him. Ignore that. So
Oh,
He did make a grand appearance.
we have the guy from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I know. I saw him. He was Neo and weird.
yeah,
He was
I
he
love
was
his
way
Matrix.
too into Matrix, apparently.
He was what?
He was way too into Matrix.
Yeah, well, it just came out around that time, didn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Like-
So
Yeah,
I swear.
during
it's
the audience,
What?
it aged really horribly.
What?
Said I swore that was Spoonie.
Oh. Because of the hair. There are 2 sequels to this movie.
What?
Please don't tell me. Oh,
Now we
wait.
have everything's getting postponed until we watch all those sequels.
The
oh,
3rd one came out this year.
No, because I
How
know.
many times can you tell this story?
Gomez.
But yeah, we're kind of skipping Hilary Duff here. We're doing her a little bit of a disservice. Like, let's skip Hilary Duff and talk about all the other characters. Hilary Duff has no range. She's just Hilary Duff in everything
She's
she
Lucy-
does.
She's Lucy McGuire in every movie.
Yeah.
But Hilary Duff is this is what
I think
you don't say something.
I was gonna say that despite the fact that they're in California, there's like 1 Latino. 1.
one.
I didn't even notice any Latinos.
Oh,
Paul Rodriguez. I know him because he's a
Oh,
In
the one
the
that was
diner.
cooking.
Yeah.
That's so messed
the
up.
one that was cooking. The one in California, and he was cooking. So yeah,
I do like that guy was awesome, actually.
Well, the diner was awesome.
Also, apparently, he doesn't like drive or anything, so I don't know how I guess he walks to work every day. 'Cause-
He owns an automatic lawnmower. That's how he.
You guys want to know something kind of interesting? I shut Wikipedia for this.
Okay.
Rupert Grint was originally going to play the role of Austin Ames.
Really?
Rupert Grint
Ron?
is Ron Weasley from Harry
Wow.
Potter.
Oh, that's messed up. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a little too ginger.
Yeah, pretty much. You're too white. You're too white.
No one's gonna believe you came from California. No one's gonna believe that. They are gonna believe that this restaurant is making this woman rich. They believe that.
Don't worry. He went to go make Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, so it's cool.
Wasn't that
What?
not that? Wait, was that the good one or was that the bad one? I forget.
There
That's
weren't
the
any
one
bad
where
ones.
Edward dies.
Wait, Edward Cullen?
The guy that played Edward Cullen played crap, I forgot his name now.
Cedric?
That's how meta
That
Cinderella's
was-
story is. Now we're talking about Harry Potter.
We just don't
None
care.
of this has anything to do with Hillary Duff.
No,
See?
I'm
Her
trying to get
feelings.
there, but they make it so hard.
She is so bland.
Uh,
She is
So Hilary Duff, she's playing the Cinderella role. She works at a restaurant. She talks to, what's his name? Austin Ames?
Yep.
Austin Ames.
Makes me think of Famous Amos Cookies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
His dad's a dick because he wants him to play football.
Which is,
Football.
like, that whole plot line is unnecessary. I feel like they just put that in there for no reason.
Yeah, it was.
They had to make him, multi-dimensional.
they needed more time.
No, they didn't.
He
They
didn't.
didn't need it because this movie should have been over after the first 60 minutes.
He didn't want his son to
Yeah.
go to Princeton, and Princeton's an Ivy League school, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm too black to know that
Who
information.
wouldn't want their kid to go to Princeton if they could get in?
That guy.
Yeah, he's
Apparently
an
that.
ass.
Where was he supposed to go?
I don't know. They never said.
They gave him, this was a letter, like QVC or something. Regardless,
Supposed to play football. That's all I remember.
Hilary Duff.
We can't focus on her.
Hilary Duff, she is the main character.
It's hard to focus on her. There are too many side stories, and by too many side stories, I mean, what the hell is going on with the school DJ's hair? That's what they call her, the school DJ.
No, we're talking about the school.
Payment credits.
She is so. What's the word I'm looking for? Rebellious.
Yeah, her and that old white woman that just comes out of nowhere to
Look
tell
at
her to
that.
stop being
She spoke
rebellious.
Spanish word. Oh my god. In California.
Yeah. Let's go back to Hillary Duff.
and how when she
Catchphrases.
let's get back to Hillary Duff.
Hilary Duff is emailing Austin.
Yeah.
And they're actually instant messaging, but since she's dumb enough to call it emailing, I'm gonna call it emailing too.
Yeah, they're texting. I want to know why her mom is paying her texting phone her phone bill to let her text.
Yeah.
No wait, I think
Maybe
she's paying.
she's not that evil after all.
Or maybe Hillary Duff's character is paying it herself because she does work.
Maybe.
Looking for that Princeton money.
Yeah, that,
You know, this movie could have easily been like, what was it, Debbie Does Dallas? So with Hilary Duff traveling around as a prostitute to save money to go to Princeton.
no.
I don't think.
Not quite.
That would have been the man version of a Cinderella.
The man version.
No,
But you're-
I don't think Hillary Duff can play that
Yeah.
character.
She can't.
But what's his name? Austin's friends are kind of just
Dumb.
so douchey. Hey, look, it's the waitress girl. Give me a breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
Like, that was funny, but it
Painfully-
wasn't
Or
fun.
the what's her name? The antagonistic female cheerleader who goes to the diner. She's like, oh, something with no carbs, no fat, no blah blah blah. He said, do you have anything like that? She's like, water. It's like,
Water?
really? I'm like, yeah, I'm just thinking, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first thought. I knew she was gonna say some water.
That's all that exists that fits that criteria.
Yep.
Except air.
Except
And that's kind of one of the things that really hit me in this movie. All the things that they intended to be funny. Like, there are some funny parts in this movie, but none of it was intentional. All the intentional things were just kind of,
yeah, kind of, sort of.
He's Neo from the Matrix.
That was just weird.
I don't know. I mean, the only things that really, like, got a genuine laugh out of me was just, I mean, the typical stuff, like, the
I like the car chase scene just for the comedy. Just any scene with the car.
I wasn't paying attention at that part.
when they do
He
the
was
whole-
over there complaining to me about what he just saw before the cartoon scene over Steam instead of actually watching the cartoon scene.
I remember the guy wanted to stopped at a stoplight. She said she wants Fast and the Furious, not driving Miss Daisy, and it's like, that movie came out at that time.
Hillary Duff.
Are we still trying to talk about her?
We have to bring up the phone instead of
and how she didn't leave her
flippers.
slipper. Yeah. They had to make it modern. Like, if cell phones were, like, all the rage then, so...
But
Yeah,
see,
Ugh,
that
so painful.
I would imagine that it should be like some form of clothing or like a ring or something or a necklace, because think about it. If the phone was the slipper and you were to do this and take it like backwards, it would be a story of two people that communicate to each other with shoes.
Yeah,
God.
what I want to know is why there was nothing in that phone to indicate exactly who she was. Nobody addressed her by name or anything in her text.
I want to know why he never just called her. He has her cell phone number. Just
Maybe they only had texting in their plan.
Or even better, he talked with her, and even if she was wearing a mask, he saw what she looked like.
That was a very big Sailor Moon moment right there.
That was such a Sailor Moon type thing. It's like,
The same
Wow.
hair,
There's
same
this
voice,
girl that has
same
this-
cheeks,
exactly.
same chin. What?
But
No,
What? You
even
just
with-
talked to this
even
woman
with-
20 minutes ago.
He looked exactly the same. Except for maybe hair ties and glasses.
exactly, Sailor
Yeah.
Moon.
Like, I can understand maybe if she started talking like Batman.
Yeah.
Okay,
But she
you've
didn't.
got one
She
more
just
question
let go.
left.
Wait,
But she didn't.
Oh.
Hillary Duff.
And undoubtedly the best part of the movie is, of course, Regina King, because
Yes.
she can act.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hey.
she was amazing. She was the fun part, so
Magical Negro.
She was the magical Negro
she was the magical Negro.
who had the wedding dress thinking that she was going to get married one day, but she never did because there aren't enough black people in this movie.
And of course you can only marry a black person.
Yeah, you can't marry a white man. What do you... This is not... That's pandemonium. Pandemonium.
2004? Unheard of.
Completely unheard of.
And it just so happened to fit her, too. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
I was gonna get married back when I was your age.
And I have
I
your
was
exact
15.
same figure. Like
Especially
100%.
because Regina King is taller than Hillary Duff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's not spoiling you, to say that they get together at the end and then they kiss and then she gets sick because he has mono.
Oh,
Rain does not make you sick. Mono makes you sick.
No, she's Californian. It made her sick because they were. I mean, I know you're from California too. Yeah, but I don't even know what to call you anymore. You have too many names. I forgot.
And being from California, I would just like to say that earthquake scene. That was such a terrible quake. The bed was like, it was like
It didn't
a
even
hopped up
look
car.
bad, actually.
It was like a straight gangster car. Like everything was moving except for the room itself. It was like Pee Wee's Playhouse. That's what happened. She fell into Pee Wee's
I
Playhouse.
want to know how he died and how
That's
that
what I
wife
was
didn't
wondering
get
about.
injured. Like what? Did
Like,
a bookshelf fall on top of him?
Here's the thing I'm trying to figure out. How did she not find that will earlier?
You would think
I don't-
that she would look through that through the book just for old time's sake.
Exactly, and just see like, oh my God, there's a will here. For nope, she's just like, nope, fairy tales are dead.
It's like,
Daddy's dead. Get rid of the
what?
book.
10 years? It was 10 years or something, and nothing.
There's a lot of holes in this movie.
And
To make it Cinderella, they had to put in a lot of holes.
do you guys think this movie would have been better with mice? They should have added mice to this movie.
Mice
Talking
make everything.
mischievous mice. with rabies. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the mice to help her make the dress. That's why she had Regina King. She
Yeah.
took the place of all of the mice.
No.
Well, actually, no, that was like everybody in the diner. They were all the mice, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually right about that part. Which makes it even worse because everyone in the diner were either old Jewish or like minorities. So
All the minorities, right there. They worked for her in that diner. All three of them.
you guys can play the mice.
I know, right?
I like those guys, though.
I know. We're
They
not
were
saying they're
great.
bad.
You're clearly the best part of the movie.
Everybody loved the mice in Cinderella.
We don't care. Hey, in Cinderella, do you actually care about Cinderella?
I don't.
Yeah, I think this is why we can't focus on Hilary Duff. Just
Yeah.
the Cinderella character is just, yeah.
But then, Salmon. So, yeah. There's a lot of that in this movie. And you know what? I don't think Salmon got credit. I didn't see Salmon's name during the credits. And Salmon was like in every scene.
Yeah, it was. It was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Omega
had to get-
3s and all that.
The freshest salmon. Imported.
Straight from Norwegia.
Okay, that was actually
Everything
something
was
funny.
from Norwegia.
I don't like Austin Ames. Because he's just perfect.
Hey,
He is the perfect guy. Why?
the Prince
I want
of
to see a
the
regular
original.
guy.
He's Prince Charming. Part of that, don't
Yeah.
forget.
The Disney version, we didn't care about the Prince either. So,
That's
It was
true.
Prince. Too
Yeah.
perfect.
So, you said there were sequels. Is it like a Sleeping Beauty story? Because that one's
No.
so bad.
As in,
no, it's another.
another Cinderella story, and then Cinderella Story 3, Once Upon a Song, which I'm going to guess
Oh,
is a
no.
musical.
Oh, God. We're not watching those.
I can't
God
say
damn it,
that
another
word.
Cinderella story was. I'm going to admit something, then you guys will.
Here's the best
No.
part.
Another
Cinderella movie. These next two had Disney sequel syndrome, as in straight to DVD.
You know, this
Same
was filmed near my city.
That makes sense. You ruined this. You and your Canada.
Your Canada has ruined so much.
Take your Canada out of
Hey.
my California.
Wait, a Cinderella story was actually filmed in California.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, that's typically not how movies work anymore.
That explains the total lack of Latinos.
That explains a lot of things.
It
dropping into
explains
Pee-wee's
Hillary
Playhouse.
Duff.
Oh,
Nothing explains Hillary Duff. This movie was not a good movie. It wasn't a terrible
wasn't a-
movie.
It wasn't
They-
terrible. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. You know, it wasn't just like awful or anything.
It didn't piss me off like The Descent 2.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, The Descent actually kept me entertained, even though I still question how they became so adept at killing subhumans.
What you
Life-threatening
didn't see
situations.
was that there was a little training section in the cave where they practiced for a couple of hours between movies.
and suddenly they're all like Solid Snake. Really?
Yes.
Got to give me
This
some
is,
cave training.
The Rotten Tomatoes gave the movie an 11, calling it an uninspired, generic update of the classic fairy tale.
It is all of that. It
That's
is
what
very
it is, though.
uninspired. It's very generic. I wouldn't even call it an update though. It's like a downgrade.
You know what? We got to watch after this, right? That's
And you know
the
what?
white
Just-
one that came out.
Just one small little nitpick. They didn't have a homecoming king. It was a homecoming prince.
And princess.
So clearly, he's not good enough. It's not.
That, or he's just Prince. They just wanted to keep going with the Prince Charming thing.
Yeah, they had to do. I think that was like the whole thing when she noticed them wandering about the party, being lovers
yes.
and whatnot.
How about the random people outside the party?
I don't
Yeah.
understand why they were there playing. There was nobody there. And they're just like out here, like by the gazebo, just like playing things as soon as somebody walks up. Nobody
Just
walked up.
waiting.
They're in the gym. I don't know. They were waiting for somebody to run out there and be like, oh, and by the way, there's music out here.
I
too."
honestly don't think they're even part of the movie. They were just there. Like, well.
Did you see their faces? They're like, oh my god, there are people. Let us play.
Finally, someone will listen to us. Mm.
Oh, okay. I wasn't the only one that tripped out a little bit when that happened.
No.
Oh, you know what? One scene I really found kind of funny. The scene where they're doing the contest to find Cinderella thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And then what are you talking about when that really huge chick walked up?
Helga. What? Why is it that
Helga.
big manly chicks are always named Helga? That is so messed up. I'm sure there are some attractive Helgas
There's going to
somewhere.
be big manly chicks.
They're either big and manly or they're Swedish. Like, they offend all Swedish women with Helga.
Once you start dating a Swedish chick, just don't call her Helga by accident.
She will break you.
And, that was a Cinderella story.
A generic.
So, should you watch it?
Generic.
No. You should stay the hell away from it. Until they CG someone else's face on Hilary Duff's body.
You might want to just CG the
We need a
body.
new
too.
actor. We need
Yeah,
a
just
reboot
CG
of
all
the
of it.
series.
That's why they made
I
two
don't
more.
know. I mean, that was
Yeah.
around when I was like mildly interested in Hilary Duff and what she was going to do with herself. I mean, now
Yeah,
I'm not,
I-
but I mean, because I enjoyed her little, her little Lizzie McGuire run and everything.
I
But,
like Lizzie McGuire. It was like the sequel to Clarissa Explains It All.
Yeah.
oh,
Spiritual successor. But then after that, like, that's all she could do.
yeah,
Oh.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Next time, we are reviewing. I'm still not keeping up with what we're reviewing next. You think I would remember to do that?
Made in Manhattan.
Oh.
Made
Oh.
We're supposed to have someone else joining us for that.
Yeah, we don't have to suffer alone. Fantastic. I will say this now. We are going to get through that movie without mentioning J-Lo's booty. We have to.
I'm Latino. That's impossible.
Yep. Everybody's gonna have a comment. Several, in fact.